Welcome to Midnight Story. Tonight's story is the hotel room that charged guests for sleep. It was 12:47 a.m. when I checked into the hotel. The kind of hour where cities feel hollow, and even your own thoughts sound louder than footsteps. I hadn't planned to stay there. My phone battery was dying. Rain was turning the streets into mirrors. And the name of the place, the Belmare Hotel, felt like something pulled from a dream you forget the moment you wake up. Or don't. The lobby was empty. No music, no television, just a clock behind the desk ticking louder than it should. The receptionist didn't smile, didn't frown either. She slid the key across the counter and said something strange. Sleep well. Or, don't. Either way, the room will keep track. I laughed politely. People say weird things at night. I signed the register. That's when I noticed the pricing board. Room, $89 per night, cleaning fee, $20 late checkout, $15. And beneath it, in smaller letters, almost hidden, sleep usage fee, variable. I asked her what that meant. She looked at me for a long moment. Then said, "You'll understand in the morning." The hallway smelled like old carpet and something faintly metallic. My room was on the 4th floor. Room 417. The door unlocked with a soft click, like it had been waiting. Inside, everything was normal. Too normal. White sheets, a desk, a lamp, a digital clock glowing 1:11 a.m. No minibar, no TV remote, and no mirror except in the bathroom. On the bedside table sat a thin black device. No buttons, no logo, just a small green light pulsing slowly, like breathing. A note rested beneath it. "This room monitors rest. You are charged only for what you use." I should have left. Instead, I lay down. Sleep didn't come easily. Every time my eyes closed, I felt watched. Not by a person, by the room itself. The mattress adjusted under my body. The air shifted when I turned. At some point, without realizing it, I fell asleep. And I dreamed. I was standing in the same room, but the walls were closer. The ceiling lower. The clock read 3:33 a.m. The black device was glowing red now. A voice, my own voice, whispered from the corners of the room. "Deeper sleep costs more." I tried to wake up. But every time I struggled, the bed pulled me back down. When I finally opened my eyes for real, sunlight was crawling across the floor. The clock read 7:02 a.m. And I felt exhausted. Not tired, drained, like something had been taken. At checkout, the receptionist handed me my bill. Room, $89 cleaning, $20. Sleep usage fee, $184. I laughed again, nervous this time. "That's more than the room," I said. She nodded. "You slept deeply." "I had nightmares." She tilted her head. "Those are premium." I paid, because arguing felt pointless. As I turned to leave, I asked, "What happens if someone can't pay?" Her smile came slowly. "They usually come back." I didn't think about the hotel again. For months. But something changed after that night. I couldn't sleep more than 3 hours at a time. When I did, I woke up gasping, heart racing, like I'd been running in my dreams. Bills started appearing in my email. No sender, no explanation, just a number. Sleep usage, $12. Sleep usage, $27. At first, I thought it was spam. Then I noticed the timestamps. They matched the nights I slept the longest. One night, at exactly 2:11 a.m., my phone lit up. Unknown number. A single message. Outstanding balance detected. I didn't reply. The lights in my apartment flickered. And I heard it. That same slow, mechanical breathing. From my bedroom. I woke up the next morning with a receipt on my nightstand. Printed. Crisp. Sleep usage fee, $49, interest applied. At the bottom, in small text. "Belmare Hotel, thank you for resting with us again." I never checked back in. But every night, the room remembers me. And it still charges. If you're listening to this at midnight, if your eyes are heavy, if sleep feels expensive tonight, just remember, some places don't let you rest for free. If this story followed you into the dark, if it made the silence feel louder, subscribe for more midnight stories. Press the bell icon. The hotel room that charged guests for sleep. After that receipt appeared on my nightstand, I stopped sleeping altogether. Not because I wanted to. But because every time I closed my eyes, I felt the room wake up. You don't realize how loud silence can be, until you're afraid of drifting into it. I started drinking coffee at night, Energy drinks at 3 a.m. Anything to stay conscious. But sleep doesn't knock forever. It waits. On the 5th night, I finally gave in. I told myself I'd just rest my eyes. No dreams. No deep sleep. Just floating. The moment I slipped under, I felt it again. That pressure. That gentle pull like gravity had increased. I dreamed I was standing in the Belmare Hotel lobby. Except this time, it was full. People sat everywhere. On the floor. On the stairs. All of them asleep. Standing up. Their heads tilted at impossible angles. Mouths slightly open. Breathing in perfect sync. Behind the desk, the receptionist watched me. "You owe a lot," she said softly. "I don't stay there anymore," I told her. She shook her head. "You never checked out." I woke up screaming. My phone buzzed immediately. Sleep usage, $91. Deep cycle detected. I slammed the phone onto the floor. And that's when I noticed something carved into the wall above my bed. Letters. Uneven. Like someone had used their fingernails. "You can pay with money. Or with time." The next morning, my reflection looked wrong. Not tired. Not sick. Older. Just slightly but unmistakably. A fine line at the corner of my eye that hadn't been there before. I checked my bank account. Negative balance. And another email arrived. Payment method adjusted. Days blurred together. I'd lose hours, sometimes entire nights. Friends said I'd stopped replying to messages after midnight. That I sounded distant. Empty. One friend told me something I still can't explain. "You called me at 4 a.m., she said. "You were whispering, asking how much sleep costs." I didn't remember calling, but my call log did. I decided to find the hotel. I needed answers. The address from the receipt led me to an empty street. No Belmare Hotel. No lobby. No sign. Just an abandoned building with boarded windows. But the door was unlocked. Inside, the air felt thick. Heavy. The lobby clock was still there. Ticking. Behind the desk sat the receptionist. Exactly the same. "You're late," she said. "I never checked in," I replied. She smiled gently. "You checked in the first time you were too tired to keep going." She showed me the ledger. Names filled every page. Some crossed out. Some circled. Beside each name, numbers, hours, years. I saw my own. And next to it, remaining balance, 11 years, 3 months. My voice cracked. "You're stealing people's lives." She closed the book. "No," she said. "We charge for what they surrender." I tried to leave. The hallway stretched impossibly long. Every door I passed had a number. 417, 418, 419. Behind each door, breathing, soft, slow. Hundreds of sleepers, paying. I don't remember escaping. I just remember waking up in my apartment again. Another receipt on the table. Time payment accepted. Balance updated. I looked in the mirror. More lines. More weight behind my eyes. Like I'd lived something I couldn't remember. Now I understand the truth. The hotel doesn't need a building. It doesn't need walls. Once it has you, every room becomes theirs. Your bed, your couch, even the floor. Sleep is the currency. And exhaustion is the invitation. So if tonight, your body feels heavier than usual, if your dreams feel longer, if you wake up older than yesterday, check your balance. Because somewhere, a room is still charging you. If this story kept you awake, good. Sleep carefully tonight. And if you want more midnight stories that follow you into the dark, subscribe now. Press the bell icon. Because some stories don't end when you wake up. Good night.